Following up for you tonight with new information about the events that led to the arrest of a black farmer and his wife in Yoder. That's in eastern El Paso County.
News 5 has received a copy of an arrest affidavit filed by the El Paso County Sheriff's Office against Courtney and Nicole Mallery. News 5's Andy Koen is joining us in studio with an update. Andy.
Rob and Diane, it's a 6-page document that shows both Courtney Mallery and his wife Nicole are facing charges of stalking. Courtney is also facing charges of utility tampering and theft. The deputy who wrote this affidavit says that the victim, Teresa Clark, and her elderly mother fear for their safety because of the unusual and disturbing behavior by their neighbors, the Mallerys. The deputy told the judge that the Mallerys have a temporary restraining order against the victim and her mother, yet they frequently went out of their way to drive past the Clarks' home, and that there is an easement that the Clarks use to access their property, which runs along the southern boundary of the Mallery property. Now, the Clarks gave the deputy 4 gigabytes worth of digital video and other media, which they claim shows Nicole Mallery stopping her vehicle in front of the Clark property and saying, "Hands up, don't shoot." The deputy says another clip shows Nicole using a loudspeaker or public address system where she is speaking of things Teresa should pack for heaven. When deputies were executing a search warrant at the Mallery property in November, they observed unusual wiring coming from a Southeast Utility Power Association pole. And the company representative told the deputy that the power hookup to the transformer was not conducted by SEPCO. And as for the theft charge, the deputy said that Mr. Mallery crossed the fence line onto that easement and took the Clark's trash can, which is valued at $25. I did contact the victim, Teresa Clark, by phone this afternoon. She declined our request for an interview, saying that she believes we would only provide one side of the story. I also followed up with the president of the Rocky Mountain NAACP, who told me that her primary concern for getting involved was to look after the safety of Mr. Mallery after his arrest last month because of the conditions in our jail. Here's President Portia Prescott.
Given the other incidents that I have been made aware of that we've had to address, that is not the most friendly place to be detained. It's actually one of the worst places to be detained in the state of Colorado. So they have a history of their own laws, okay? So we just wanted to make sure he wasn't being roughed up unnecessarily. They have a mentality of, even though you're doing nothing, look, you're in jail. No, it's not gonna be nice for you, you're in jail. You know, they have that mentality, we must be hard on you because you're here, because you're in jail.
She also told me that she fears a conviction in this case could prevent the Mallerys from enjoying access to their property given the proximity to the victims. As we reported last night, the Rocky Mountain NAACP is conducting its own fact-finding investigation into the dispute to get a clear understanding of the property boundaries. Andy Koen, News 5.